Hi everyone. This is Vamsi. I'm back with another video. Today, before going to in this video, I would like to say something for you that I hope you are good in your home. Present, we have started the colleges and schools a little bit more. Go well and be safe when you are going to colleges. Okay, let's start our video. In this video, I would like to say about functions. Functions are very important in Python, and briefly every function I can explain the detail in this video. Okay, let's go. Yeah, functions is a block of organized and related statement that is used to perform a specified task. It means it can specify something. By the definition, it can specify something, a task. Functions are also called methods. There are two types of functions. One is built-in function and user-defined function. Whereas built-in functions are those who are provided by Python interpreter and are immediately available. Whereas user-defined functions are created by the users according to the Python syntax. For the user-defined function, there is some syntax is there. I will here the syntax is. This is a syntax which is user-defined function. Whereas def is a keyword. Function name, we want to produce the function name and parameters which have given it, and the statements. And I have given an example also. Here the def greet name is a parameter, whereas greet is a function name. And the statement is a print hello plus name plus good day. By this we can print this in place of hello, in place of name we can specify some names. By the help of the names also you can output as this. Simply we can say that the functions are the methods which are used to specify tasks. Okay, I hope you understand about inbuilt function, built-in function and user-defined function. They are nearly 62 up to approximately 64 to 62 built-in functions. I have provided that built-in functions in my Instagram. Follow our Instagram in code with you. I have give the description in the link. You have find there are 64 functions in that. Okay. After that, I will show you some basic functions and inbuilt functions. First one is a range function. Range function. What is meant by range? The range function is used to create the list that contain arithmetic progressions. This function is mostly frequently used for the loops. This is the which contains the arithmetic progressions like plus, minus, multiplications. Mostly loops are used in this range function, like for loop and etc. For loop. I will give you an example. Range. This is a range which starts from 0 to up to 10. For the range function, this is an example. So whereas input function, it is one of the function like input function is one of the example mostly used for the inputting the variables into the program by the users, like input enter your and this program and enter your name. Output, he can use the input function like this, and the print function. Print is one type of the functions, whereas welcome to is one type of function. Like these functions are so many functions are there, like ABS function, here function, so many filter, input, max, minimum. main, range, sum, triple. Like this, so many functions are there which are used by the built-in function. These are all built-in functions which are used by the Python interpreted. Okay, and the next one is anonymous function. Anonymous function is a variable called lambda function. Whereas anonymous function is a variable called lambda function, means in this function we have to use the lambda statements. Like the syntax of the lambda function means lambda arguments expression. Lambda function can take as many arguments as you want, but it can only have one expression. Like you have produced x, in this given example, the squared is equals to lambda x x colon x double multiplication. It's an expressions of 2. So whereas x is expressions of 2, expressions is e power 1, where e power x, where x is e power x is based as x is as e, and e power x means x is equals to 2. Like that, if you have entered any number in this video, I have entered 45, so it came to 2020. I can enter 50 and it has 2916. The outcome is 2916. Whereas x expressions is of 2 and x is 2 power 54 equals to 2916. It is output for this expression. Lambda functions are so many, like mapping, filter. Some of the lambda functions is there. So I will explain these functions in my videos, and later on in the present video I have saying only just basics for the fun things. I can explain briefly in another videos. Okay, and the next function is recursion. Recursion. What is meant by recursive function? What is meant by recursive function? A recursive function is a function that calls itself, whereas a recursive is the most popular function in C, Python, Java, and so many programming languages. Recursive is the most important because it can call itself without depending on another factors, another independence. Like that, it can simply calls itself only. Some functions has their calling function, like it can depend upon the another function. So about this recursive function, it is not depend upon any other function. It is only depend upon itself. It can call itself. Example, I have shown you that diff is a keyword which is used for user defined function. Factorial of number. Factorial, here we are calculating the factorials. Okay, whereas a parameter I pose the number which I have entered into, and in this function I have used if statement. Whereas if number equals to 1, return 1. Return is a one type of function. It is a built-in function. Okay, if I enter 1, it is equal. If a number which I enter is equal to 1, then the output is equals to 1. Else, if I enter if number which I have entered into the input, it is not equals to 1, and then it goes another loop else and return sum. It go to return and num into factorial parameter, which is one of the syntax. So n minus number minus 1. So this is the formula for the factorial number, and the print factorial of 1. Okay, whereas in this method I have passed 65. This is the output for the 65. Okay, you can see it is a very lengthy. So I can show you a small thing that was the 6, and factorial of 6 is equals to 720. Yeah, okay. Where if I pass number 1, it is where it is equals to 1. Whereas if statement is applicable here. If is m which has a number equals to 1, it returns 1. So I have entered the number 1. It have written the output as 1. Else, if the condition is false for each statement, I have to enter, whereas 120 is outcome. Whereas entering number is not equals to 1, so if statement is not working. It can and it go through the else statement. Else statement return which I have give the formula like number into factorial number minus 1. It can be applicable for this printf statement. Okay, I hope you have understand about this. Okay guys, thank you, bye bye, take